So, hey guys, Chauzu here. This is going to be my Momo showcase against some recent content, and well, by default when using Momo you have to do speedrun teams because, well, there's no stalling possible really against stage 1, 2. And yeah, let's just recap what he does. Free Spirit Slasher Booster. He launches his special at the start of the quest. He also is -2 CD, so he's a speedrun captain. And if he has a 1 slot and taps on it, he extends attack boosts. And is also an experience booster, so he will see a lot of use in new content. Special, 10% HP cut, does big damage at the end of turn for 10 turns. Reduces attack down and rainbow shield for 7 turns. And he does an attack boost, Cypher Spirit Slasher, and this is a 4-turn attack boost, so that's really good. Changes his own slots to 1 and locks only his own slot, which I found a bit meh, but I guess it makes sense. Super type can extend the attack boost further by 2 turns, and you also have potential full board 1 orb manip, depending on the situation, change block orbs and type slots. So yeah, that's what Momo does. Let's use him in some real content. We'll start with Raid Bonney. When this video goes up, I think this content is about to disappear. But yeah, I managed to make one final interesting team. So I tried some different hybrids in this video. And for this first one, we hybrid up Momo with Super Tandem Law. Super Tandem Law has aged incredibly well, I should say. And he's actually a really good cap for this content. Which is fun to say because his special is basically useless final 2 stages since you're not allowed to heal. But he's carried by his captain ability. First this stage removing all of the paralysis, and then for stage 4 and 5 you can abuse his super class and captain to get death down conditionals both stages. So yeah, we're able to kill here just with Momo's attack boost. It's really good, and we're going to be able to easily keep it. Like, keeping the attack boost with Momo is so easy that it's not even really challenging, it just works. There's really no big issues with that. Luffy here removes all the debuffs, gives us an orb boost. Odin extends it. This is a combo I've used quite a bit. Kawamatsu support remove the paralysis, and now we use Law for that death down conditional, which makes this stage an incredibly easy win. I could even go for Super Tandem if I want, but I do too much damage with this team. And yeah, Momo just helps. Like, we have that attack boost constantly. He has some good utility like this stage. We'll be able to remove attack down with him. And I forgot to mention this, but of course his captain removes bind. I mean, you get bind, you extend attack boost by 2 turns. So Bond usually does bind here, but we just remove it, and being able to complete remove bind is of course a big deal. And yeah, Treasure Map Shanks to remove the barrier, and we finish with Momo to remove the attack down. And yeah, I'm very happy with how they designed him. Like, I definitely say that Gear 5 is stronger, useful in more content, stuff like that, but I'd say Momo is the overall more well-designed legend. His kit makes total sense, it has no real weaknesses, whereas Gear 5 has some wonky stuff. But yeah, an incredibly strong batch nonetheless. Moving on, we're doing Arena Reiju, and this time I'm pairing up with Legend Perona. Legend Perona is one of those legends who is still super strong, and if you are one of those people who lack a lot of the powerful Super Sugoas and such, then she should often be a unit you look towards to build teams. Like, I try and build a lot of stuff around Perona and stuff like Parry King Adventures and such. Like, going through full immunity for a conditional will always be strong. Getting a bit more common, but among non-Super Sugovas and such, Perona still stands out. And yeah, we're just wave clearing up with Colokinemon here. I feel like Colokinemon's stocks are rising again here. I used him a lot back in the day. And now when we have a legend like especially Gear 5 Luffy who just handles so much on his own, like dedicating a unit to just reducing CD is kind of worth it again. And yeah, we kept this guy alive to remove the attack down. We have the cat support plus Kawamatsu. Kawamatsu will also remove 3 turns of para, so it's gone the next turn. And this also sets up an ore boost for next stage, so we have Momo's attack boost, which we also extend to last until next turn. And we also have Zoro using a special to give a color affinity, and he will also remove all of the damage threshold with the anniversary support chopper. If you don't have this chopper, make sure you get him next anniversary. He reruns every anniversary. This anniversary it was just the metal shop, before it has also been the Sugo Fest. We'll see what they do for the 10th anniversary. But yeah, just break the barrier and Zoro easily won it KOs. And yeah, final stage. So Reiju here puts up resilience, which is perfect. Momo handles that. We also use Perona here to get a chain lock and of course the conditional to full immunity. We also use Momo here since Reiju has a rainbow shield and Momo removes that as well. And yeah, the attack boost just ran out, so we get it back. So that is how Momo usually will work. There's no problem keeping his attack boost until stage 4. Keeping it until stage 5 a bit harder. It's dependent on like if enemy applies bind to you, stuff like that. But you can just use Momo final stage anyway. And he also has good utility, of course. So yeah, easy kill, even with no ore boost. And just a smaller color affinity boost for Perona. But yeah, Pedro here to remove the stun. And yeah, now we chaos kill. And yeah, one team left this video and I figured I'd try out Momo in Power King Adventures as well. In terms of teams I make, this is not the most accessible, but this is a showcase video in the end. And I don't really think Momo is that great against Power King Adventures, because a huge part of the Power King Adventures meta now is trying to build pretty high damage for level 150 to do enough damage. And you're not realistically getting a high boosted team that does that. You do probably need to do some stalling, but as you see, Momo doesn't like to stall. You have to kill every turn. But yes, I built a mostly boosted team. I did resort to using Nami. I've used her as sub before. This is the first time using her as captain, and she's obviously a great captain versus this. But I know that other people like Stump, for example, have made a lot of Nami teams. I never felt the need to do it myself. It's always good to make alternate teams. I do feel though that I've focused a bit too much on accessibility, which I don't think that's bad, but I need to mix it up more, like both accessible and really cool, unique teams that do a ton of damage. Stuff like that. Like there's a lot of rare units that fit perfectly for these battles that I would have liked to showcase, but they might be like a Kizuna rare recruit, stuff like that. Anyway, Nami is fully charged again, removes all of the paralysis, so that's perfect. Take a bit of time to think here how to approach the end. But yeah, the team works out pretty well. Decided to take out Queen first. I have Usopp on the team just to remove that damage reduction. My first plan was to use Momo special to remove this damage reduction, but yeah, 14 CD with no stall and no boost. You're not ready here yet. And we also had that special reverse, of course. But yeah, setting up for final stage. Doffy won't give us any color affinity due to the captain's color. So you have to rely on Yamato Luffy buff. Sadly, Usopp got the recovery orb, so Momo doesn't change it to Wano, so we won't get any damage from Usopp final stage. But I was pretty sure Luffy Yamato will carry anyway, so not a big deal. Like this team, we're going to get both Super Tandem and Final Tap, so yeah, it's going to be big damage. Cool thing is that both Usopp and Perona resist special bind for the crew, so we can actually use Doffy's special, which is nice. Sadly, I lacked a good way to remove the final turn of the spear. If it wasn't for that Zoro support, this team will be decently accessible, I'd say. Well, optimally you have a pretty high merged Nami. And you can't really run Nami as friend captain because she's not ready then. I had the Mr. 3 support here, but you can also use the support carrot. The newest one, of course. And yeah, Nami's special and superclass set up the conditional, and the chain boost, and the base attack boost, and the tandem orbs. We can use the super tandem. You know how Nami works by now. And Luffy Yamato just adds the orb boost. And we're not going to do really any damage without Luffy Yamato, so yeah. But that's going to be enough to do probably the biggest damage I've done against this content. But I've never really tried to go too overkill. But yeah, that's my Momo showcase. It didn't end up doing that much here, but we kept this attack boost to the end, so that's not too bad. He helped with that through the entire round. Without Momo, no attack boost. So yeah, big damage here. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.